Is it okay if I take this down?
Certainly.
Yes, thank you. Nicholas Hebert, 276 Lake Pension Court, Houma, Louisiana. I serve as government activities chairman for the Terrebonne Parish Chamber of Commerce, Houma Terrebonne Chamber of Commerce. Ms. Domingue asked the chamber this morning, or actually yesterday, for a letter of recommendation or a letter of support on her plan. I come here tonight on behalf of the entire chamber board and executive committee, which approved by vote today the following letter. Dear Ms. Domingue, the Houma Terrebonne Chamber of Commerce and our board of directors are in full support of your proposed Terrebonne Parish Recreation Modernization Task Force Charter. We have encouraged ideas such as the task force to develop a strategic action plan to modernize the current 11 recreation districts. And this is all written on behalf of Mr. Chuck Weaver. Having personally served on Recreation District 11 in the past, I worked diligently with Councilman Danny Babin in District 7 and Councilman Dirk Guidry in District 8 and former Councilman Red Hornsby, attempting to improve purchasing, accounting, and managerial procedures and eliminate duplication of cost, taking advantage of efficiencies of scales that are provided when individual districts work together for our parish, much like our consolidated government which you serve, makes good sense for the people of Terrebonne. We continue to support and encourage each member of our parish council in their efforts to improve the quality of life, thus creating a positive economic impact to Terrebonne Parish. Sincerely, Chuck Weaver, Jr., Chairman, Houma Terrebonne Chamber of Commerce. The other part, I'm also a Rec 2-3 voter. I'm a District 6 voter as well. I've presented now 3 plans to this council on behalf of various entities to update our recreation system. So to say that nobody has brought a plan to this council or the prior council is inaccurate. We presented one to deal with the issues at Bayou Country. We presented one to deal with the issues prior to the last Rec 2-3 millage proposal, which was defeated by a 55 to 45 margin, 56 to 44 margin. And I presented another one to the Rec Advisory Council 2 years ago, and it was completely ignored. It is time to address these issues. Can we wait 3 more months? We've been hearing 3 months at meetings for 3 years. Mr. Guidry, when you guys first uncovered District 11's issues, it was 10 years ago since Mr. Weaver served on that board. No. Well, he told me today. Well, he told me it's been 10 years. Well, so 9 years. So I missed one. The other issue, though, is that Mr. Babin said that people are going to come to this with preconceived notions. You all are doing that right now. The plan simply says to carry out an analysis of 3 alternatives. It doesn't say to recommend anything. It doesn't say full consolidation. It doesn't say a tax increase. It doesn't say any of that. It simply says put multiple parties in the room to focus on an issue in a very concentrated time period, by the way.
Motion to extend, Mr. Hamady, second Mr. Terry Guidry. All in favor? Any opposition? Motion carried.
Thank you very much. It doesn't say what the recommendations have to be. It simply says put the voices in the room. We've heard multiple rec boards come up tonight and ask for that. We've tried doing that in every other avenue. I welcome the opportunity to participate in any recreation discussion. I've hosted events down the bayou on very different organizations. We've put on tremendous events in other areas of the parish. To say that we're going to forget this committee or this task force, whoever's on it is going to ignore the concerns of down the bayou, that's kind of insulting to our parish people. We care about each other. My family's from the Chauvin area. I hope we don't leave Chauvin and get left out on this. So those are some of the things that I think we can all kind of say, look, are we really rejecting 15 volunteers dedicating their time, effort, and energy that, like Ms. Domingue points out, would normally cost tens of thousands of dollars to get done? And some of the other comments I wanted to address tonight really quickly. Mr. Michel, during the Council on Aging discussion, you were adamant about the voters made their decision.
start wrapping it up,
All right.
if you don't mind.
The voters in Rec 2-3, largely in your district, voted down the millage. When you look at the precincts and the data from it, your voters in your district have already spoken on this issue. Mr. Babin, I agree with you, no preconceived notions going into it, but you all are doing that right now. Mr. Hebert, I read the ordinance about the committee. It's very dated. It's got appointment of 6 HARC board members. I don't think we're going to be able to find those. So I think you can certainly address that task force tonight. There's no need to kick this can down the road any further. Do you really want to take the Rec 2-3 millage, of which I'm a part of that community, who just voted it down, bring it to us again in November, and not having done a whole lot to change what failed it in the first place? I don't want to see my kids' recreation go unfunded. But if you kick the can and you do it, it's going to happen again. Thank y'all for your time tonight. Appreciate it.